The idea of alien abduction is unsettling. It whispers of unknown beings, advanced technology, and experiences beyond human comprehension. Even more disturbing is the concept of alien hybridization, the possibility that these extraterrestrial visitors have a vested interest in our genetic material. These themes, often relegated to the realm of science fiction, take on a chilling reality when we listen to the testimonies of those claiming to have experienced them firsthand. Their stories, often fragmented and dreamlike, speak of missing time, unexplained procedures, and an overwhelming sense of fear and violation. Among the most emotionally charged of these accounts are those of women who believe they have been subjected to forced pregnancies, only to have their unborn children taken from them, perhaps to serve as subjects in some cosmic experiment. These are not merely stories of abduction, they are tales of a mother's worst nightmare, magnified 1,000-fold by the sheer strangeness of the alleged perpetrators. Sarah, a young woman living in rural Iowa, tells a story that chills the bone. She recounts waking from a deep sleep to find herself paralyzed, bathed in an eerie blue light. Above her, she could make out the silhouettes of small gray beings with large black eyes. Fear, cold and paralyzing, gripped her as she was transported to a cold metallic room. There, she says, she was subjected to a series of painful and humiliating procedures. Weeks later, Sarah discovered she was pregnant. The joy of impending motherhood, however, was short-lived. She began experiencing vivid nightmares, the same gray beings returning to torment her in her sleep. Then, in her third trimester, the unthinkable happened. She woke one morning to find her belly flat, the life inside her inexplicably gone. The doctors, baffled, could offer no explanation for the sudden disappearance of her unborn child. Sarah, however, believes she knows the truth. They took her baby. Her story, while shocking, is not unique. Thousands of individuals around the globe have reported similar experiences, claiming to have been abducted, experimented on, and even impregnated by alien beings. While skeptics dismiss these stories as hallucinations or hoaxes for those who believe they have experienced such events, the trauma is real, the scars both physical and psychological. The concept of alien hybridization, while often met with skepticism, has been a recurring theme in ufology for decades. Proponents of this theory point to the consistency of certain details in abduction accounts, the small gray beings, the advanced technology, and the recurring theme of genetic manipulation. Some researchers, like Dr. David Jacobs, believe that these abductions are part of a long-term breeding program, an attempt by extraterrestrials to create a hybrid race, possibly one better suited to survive on a changing Earth. Others, like Bud Hopkins, have documented cases where abductees have reported encountering these hybrid beings, often described as eerily human-like but with subtle differences in appearance and demeanor. While concrete evidence of such a program remains elusive, the sheer volume of anecdotal evidence, coupled with the emotional intensity of these accounts, makes it difficult to dismiss the possibility entirely. Section 4. Scars of the unknown, physical and psychological impact. Whether real or imagined, the psychological impact of these alleged abductions can be devastating. Victims often report experiencing PTSD-like symptoms, including nightmares, flashbacks, and a pervasive sense of fear and anxiety. The loss of time, the feeling of being violated, and the uncertainty surrounding the experience can leave deep emotional scars, often leading to social isolation, relationship problems, and difficulty functioning in everyday life. Adding to the trauma are the physical effects some abductees report experiencing. Unexplained scars, implants, and even phantom pregnancies have been documented, further blurring the lines between reality and nightmare. While medical explanations for some of these phenomena may exist, others remain unexplained, fueling the mystery and deepening the trauma for those who believe they have encountered something truly beyond our understanding. Section 5. A universe of possibilities, the unanswered questions. The phenomenon of alien abduction, particularly the accounts of forced pregnancies and hybrid children, raises more questions than it answers. Are these stories merely the product of overactive imaginations, fueled by science fiction and cultural anxieties, or do they point to a reality far stranger and more unsettling than we ever imagined, a reality where humanity is but a pawn in a cosmic game we barely comprehend? While definitive answers remain elusive, the sheer volume of these accounts, coupled with the emotional intensity and consistency of certain details, demands further investigation. To dismiss these experiences as mere fantasy is to ignore a profound human mystery, one that speaks to our deepest fears, our innate curiosity, and our place in a vast and largely unknown universe. Perhaps as we delve deeper into the mysteries of the cosmos, we will find answers that challenge our understanding of reality and force us to confront the possibility that we are not alone. And perhaps in doing so, we will finally understand the true nature of the whispers in the night,